down to the last game of the eliminations on the Ballout Sports Intersecondary Champions Challenge. The league-leading University of Santo Tomas going up against the BEDA University. We are still live at the Marikina Sports Center. This is Nori Uy, together with my partner Noy Africa and the third member of the panel, Florence Del Aguas. Noy, exciting matchup still. Hindi pa tayo nakakasigurado kasi a UST win obviously will secure them the semifinals berth.
Well, actually, if UST wins, they bring with them FEU to the next round. But if they lose, we will have a triple tie between FEU, the BEDA Red Cubs, and the UST Tiger Cubs. And for that, the quotient system will apply. We will have to make that computations later.
Ayun. And our games earlier, of course, pinangungunahan yan. Walang iba kundi ang Letran versus NU. And in our second game, Adamson and Mapua. Third game, FEU and Ateneo de Davao, who showed with great passion. And napakahusay naman ang pinakita ng mga bata galing Davao. And of course, the game now, BEDA versus UST. Now let's take a look at the University of Santo Tomas, Noy. This team, they played great since the get-go. Ang dami nilang pwedeng asahan. Although it's a new team, sabi nga ng marami. But they've been performing exceptionally well in this tournament.
Well, that's right. Itong USC nga, so far has remained undefeated in 2 games. Yesterday, they defeated the Ateneo de Davao Blue Knights 91-70. They were led in that game by Racine Cane with 19 points and 7 rebounds. You have Charles Buxit with 12, Carl Manding with 10 points and 6 rebounds in that ball game. They shot very well from the field, 56%, despite being out-rebounded itong Ateneo de Davao. In that game, they showed how willing they are to share that basketball with 25 assists. And unfortunately for them, the thing that they have to address are the 25 turnovers. But despite of that, they had 28 fast break points. And out of the 70 points sila, out of the 90, 1.70 came from the bench.
And pag-usapan naman natin, and itong kupunan galing sa Mendiola, alam natin, BEDA University, another team rebuilding.
Well, I have to correct you on that. Itong team na to ay galing ng Taytay.
Yeah.
Because the seniors team comes from Manila, but the juniors team, mga Rizaleños yan. They lost to FEU yesterday, 86-60. They were led by Dre Lorenzo with 19 points and 8 rebounds. But the thing is with the BEDA Red Cubs, some of their players moving up day to day, so they will miss at least, I think, 5 to 7 players for today. And
that's
of course,
a big blow.
They're always students first and foremost. So if they have responsibilities as students, they have to do that first. But again, in the game yesterday, they only shot 30% from the field, committed 20 turnovers. They gave up 22 fast break points and they only had 4 fast break points. Ang BEDA Red Cubs ever since known for being able to run in transition and score those easy baskets, and getting only 4 fast break points and giving up 22 fast break points is really not a good sign for them.
Oo, at alam naman natin whether BEDA 1-1 ang score, that score, that standing rather, at ito namang UST 2-0, pero still this is going to be a good matchup. So maya-maya lamang po uumpisahan natin ang laro between these two teams. For the meanwhile, enjoy niyo muna ang mga commercials galing sa Ballout Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, this season's MVP, number 15, the Phenom! Last 5 seconds, and the home team is down by 2. 5, 4, 3, 2.
You have proven our resilience. Despite every challenge, you adapt, endure, and thrive. And just like you, we will keep on going. We will uphold our commitment to support you towards a secure and better future. Together, we ignite the Filipino spirit. Coco Life, believing in the Filipino.
I fell in love with basketball at the age of 4. It just came naturally to me. By the time I got to high school, I wanted to make a name for myself. With a lot of hard work and luck, our team, the Blue Eaglets, won 3 straight championships. College was a bit different. I began to feel the pressure of winning the game. However, the support of the alumni, my teammates, our families, and the fans was just overwhelming. After college, I turned professional. Things were going my way until one day, I faced an obstacle. Being unable to play the sport that you love for 18 months, it allowed me to take a step back. It was a blessing in disguise. I felt that it made me a better player and a better person. Looking back, whatever I have achieved in my career, all these became possible because there were people who believed in me. My school, the fans, and most of all, my mom, my dad, and my family.
Maganda ang pasok ng 2020. New plans, more games. Nakabalik ako sa hardcourt, sa pinakamamahal kong sport. At nang mabigyan ako ng pagkakataon na maging team captain ng Gilas Pilipinas, hindi ko mapaliwanag ang aking saya. Ngunit sa isang iglap, nagbago ang lahat. Dahil sa COVID-19, tumigil ang mundo. Ang daming ipinagbawal. Bawal lumabas, bawal ang sports, bawal na muna ang magbasketball. Pero naisip ko, hindi naman bawal ang tumulong. Hindi naman bawal maging parte ng solusyon. So in my own little way, gumawa ako ng paraan para makatulong sa mga kababayan at makapagbigay ng pag-asa. Alam ko, matatapos din ito. Lagi lang tayong mag-ingat. Naniniwala ako na kaya nating malagpasan ito. Basta sama-sama at tulong-tulong tayo. Isang laban, isang kupunan, hindi susuko dahil Pilipino tayo.
Nak, ano? Game? Ladies and gentlemen, this season's MVP, number 15, the Phenom!
Yeah! Alright!
Eto na partner, ang match of the decade. Oo nga partner, kaya simulan na natin.
Possession is now with the Phenom, being guarded by 2 opponents. Oh, what an amazing crossover! And he dunks!
Alright!
Phenom dribbles the ball. The Phenom is down, and his teammates come to the rescue. Ano, okay ka lang? The crowds cheer, Phenom! 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 Last 5 seconds, and the home team is down by 2, and only this 3-point shot can secure the championship. 5, 4, 3, 2.
have proven our resilience. Despite every challenge, you adapt, endure, and thrive. And just like you, we will keep on going. We will uphold our commitment to support you towards a secure and better future. Together, we ignite the Filipino spirit. Coco Life, believing in the Filipino.
I fell in love with basketball at the age of 4. It just came naturally to me. By the time I got to high school, I wanted to make a name for myself. With a lot of hard work and luck, our team, the Blue Eaglets, won 3 straight championships. College was a bit different. I began to feel the pressure of winning the game. However, the support of the alumni, my teammates, our families, and the fans was just overwhelming. After college, I turned professional. Things were going my way until one day, I faced an obstacle. Being unable to play the sport that you love for 18 months, it allowed me to take a step back. It was a blessing in disguise. I felt that it made me a better player and a better person. Looking back, whatever I have achieved in my career, all these became possible because there were people who believed in me. My school, the fans, and most of all, my mom, my dad, and my family.
Maganda ang pasok ng 2020. New plans, more games. Nakabalik ako sa hardcourt, sa pinakamamahal kong sport. At nang mabigyan ako ng pagkakataon na maging team captain ng Gilas Pilipinas, hindi ko mapaliwanag ang aking saya. Ngunit sa isang iglap, nagbago ang lahat. Dahil sa COVID-19, tumigil ang mundo. Ang daming ipinagbawal. Bawal lumabas, bawal ang sports, bawal na muna ang magbasketball. Pero naisip ko, hindi naman bawal ang tumulong. Hindi naman bawal maging parte ng solusyon. So in my own little way, gumawa ako ng paraan para makatulong sa mga kababayan at makapagbigay ng pag-asa. Alam ko, matatapos din ito. Lagi lang tayong mag-ingat. Naniniwala ako na kaya nating malagpasan ito. Basta sama-sama at tulong-tulong tayo. Isang laban, isang kupunan, hindi susuko dahil Pilipino tayo.
Nak, ano? Game? Ladies and gentlemen, this season's MVP, number 15, the Phenom!
Yeah! All right!
Eto na partner, ang match of the decade. Oo nga partner, kaya simulan na natin.
Possession is now with the Phenom, being guarded by 2 opponents. Oh, what an amazing crossover! And he dunks! Phenom dribbles the ball. The Phenom is down, and his teammates come to the rescue. Ano, okay ka lang? The crowds cheer, Phenom! 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 last 5 seconds, and the home team is down by 2. And only this 3-point shot can secure the championship. 5,
We are still live here inside at the Marikina Sports Center. And this is the main game of our quadruple header and the last day of the elimination round for the Ballout Sports Intersecondary Champions Challenge 2023 presented by Coco Live. It's the USD Tiger Cubs going up against the Sun BEDA Red Cubs. This is live at FB page and YT channel at Ballout Sports. And now let's meet the starters, beginning with the University of Santo Tomas Tiger Cubs. Starting point guard number 28, Lance Ronquillo. Center number 45, Racine Kane. Power forward number 11, Koji Benaflor. Forward number 16, Joseph Pangilinan. And under guard number 19, Andre Dungo. The UST Tiger Cubs head coach is to be led by Noli Mejos. And now, here are the starters for the Sun BEDA University Red Cubs. Point guard number 8, Kirk Cañete. Coming at 2 guard, number 75, Rod Soliano. Forward number 3, Winters Almarion. And other guard number 1, MJ Viloses. Power forward number 6, Reggie Romarate. The San Beda Red Cubs head coach is Miko Roldan. Referees of this ball game is Wayne Marquez, A. Season, and Carchi Ferrer.
Isang magandang hapon muli sa ating mga manonood dito sa Ballout Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge. This is a battle between the San Beda University and University of Santo Tomas. Nori Uy pa rin kasama si Noy Africa together with the third member of the panel, Florence Del Aguas. And this is the last day of the eliminations, and this will pretty much determine the semi-finals matchup for tomorrow, Noy.
Well, that's right. Ito ang UST Tiger Cubs, currently undefeated, 2-0. Itong San Beda, 1-1. With the win earlier by FEU, they go up to 2-1. So, theoretically, there's still a possibility for a three-way tie. Pero right now, for the Red Cubs, they're really embattled due to that big loss yesterday to FEU. So, pretty much their chance here to advance would be to defeat UST by a big margin.
What's noticeable from this lineup, Noy, is that a lot of players, not a lot, but some players of UST came from, of course, San Beda. Alam naman ang karamihan dyan.
Well, actually, it's not only the players. Itong si Coach Miko Roldan actually just finished his first season as head coach nung the previous NCAA season. But before him, it was the staff of Coach Manu Inigo who was at the helm of the San Beda Red Cubs. So, hindi natin sigurado how both of these teams will take it. But this could be, there is a lot of history here in this ball game as Dre Dungo, formerly of the San Beda Red Cubs, opening the scoring here for UST.
And we are just talking about Andre Dungo in the offline, basically, while his name is being announced as a starter, that we have seen a lot of upside from this guy, no? This kid. He can play inside and out, and with the height that he has, pretty much can play the 1, 2, and 3 positions.
Well, actually, you were actually comparing him to Justin Sanchez, who
Yes.
used to play for the San Beda Red Lions, recently transferred to the CSB Blazers. Si Justin Sanchez kasi, alaga rin niya ni Coach Manu. So, it wouldn't be surprising if itong si Dre Dungo will follow in his footsteps. Although Dre Dungo is more of a wing guy than a big guy, itong si Justin Sanchez.
Good fake and a step back by Andre. Did not go in that time. Unang score natin dito sa ating laro is 3-2 in favor of UST. The triple, however, went in para dito kay Vailoses.
That's right, Bailoses already providing some scoring here for the Red Cubs. Actually, glaringly absent here for the Red Cubs is Dre Lorenzo, their top scorer for the first 2 games. Graduation day daw, moving up day.
And
for Dre
Vailoses
Lorenzo.
that hang time, it did not go in. Now Pangilinan, that cross-court pass. Ronquillo too strong. Vailoses secures it. Now Cañete. Against Ronquillo. Gives it to Vailoses again. Sa ilalim. Too soft that time. The second time, wala pa rin. Andre to Kane. Easy two.
Very scary to see these two in transition. Kane and Dungo, a very formidable duo in the backcourt.
Yung positions 3, 4, and 5 ng UST, deadly, no? They are big but they are very agile.
Yeah, definitely. Kumbaga, pagdating nila sa offense, they're not necessarily big. So they can pretty much switch each other, and they're more of they play more of the wing when they go in offense.
Cañete again, escaping the D. The floater is in.
Very important here yung role actually ni Kirk Cañete for the San Beda Red Cubs. He pretty much runs the engine for the San Beda Red Cubs, and on the other end naman, it's really important for Lance Ronquillo to be able to contain itong si Kirk Cañete, especially since last season lang they were playing together for the San Beda Red Cubs.
Meanwhile, the drive by Andre Dungo, unselfish move, tries to dish to Buenaflor, but the San Beda squad is ready with it. Now Kane underneath, slides it home.
Definitely Kane knows that he has the speed advantage over Raj Soliano, that time attacking him off the dribble.
Meanwhile, tapalitan tayo ng puntos. It's Romarate naman this time scoring for San Beda. 9-7 ang ating score this time in favor of the Reds. Ronquillo against Cañete. Pangilinan. It rolls out.
Well, we've been talking too much about the San Beda Red Cubs transfer dito sa Tiger Cubs. We forget to acknowledge the holdovers for the UST Tiger Cubs from last season. You have Buenaflor still there, Pangilinan still there. And of course, it's going to take a lot of gelling and chemistry before this team, fully maximizes its potential for the UST Tiger Cubs.
And Ronquillo had a great game in the opener in Phil Oil. Kahapon, medyo nagpahinga ang performance ni Lance Ronquillo. But again, this time around, he seems to be very active, attacking the basket, making sure that he makes everybody else active at the same time.
Well, he didn't really have to do much yesterday because it was a total team effort for the team. So, even their starters, itong si Dungo, pretty much rested for most of the game yesterday. So, it was actually Kane, who stepped up for them yesterday.
And Ronquillo split the charities. Score is 9-8. Ronquillo saves that basketball. Andre cross-court, Pangilinan, second attempt. Still, wala pa rin. Cañete. Defended by Ronquillo. Banging of buddies. Good defense there. Kane still has it. Baseline 3. Yes!
Napakahirap bantayan ito ni Dre Dungo kasi off the ball he can spot up. He has that ability to shoot those catch and shoot 3-pointers, and that time showing us how deadly he is from the perimeter.
Parang ito si Andre Dungo, partner, no? Parang Kevin Durant, no? Yung galawan.
Well, that's right. He has yung skill set pretty much the same except maybe for the dunking part.
Homalesa, meanwhile, that turnaround J is good.
Itong si Jack Homalesa, of course, the nephew of former San Beda Red Cubs UP Fighting Maroon, si Coach Mark Homalesa.
Meanwhile, a turnover for UST. Nagmamadali si Cañete. Is open, nope. Good fake, tried it, bam!
The minute he got that basketball, he knew he was going to take that shot, and itong si Dre Dungo, I'm wondering how he left.
Oh!
Forget what I said. I don't even remember what I just said.
Bigla tayong na-excite because of that jam. Well, ganun talaga, partner, no? The better one takes precedence.
Yes, of course. And of course, Buenaflor, one of the remaining players from that fourth place finisher UAAP squad nitong Tiger Cubs, announcing his substitution with a dunk. Because right after that dunk, he gets subbed out.
Cañete is trying to use that screen from Raj. Cañete creating space, forces the issue. Dungo again, attacking. There's a push there by Cañete.
Actually, the next step here for Dre Dungo is being able to set up his teammates, because definitely, he can score inside, he can slash, he has the handles to do those dribble penetrations, he has the outside shot. I think the next level for him is to be a better playmaker and set up his teammates.
Inbounding for UST is JB Lim. Reyes unable to catch that basketball. Lucky break for UST, they retain possession.
Well, on the floor right now, itong si Sam Reyes, also a late addition for the Tiger Cubs. Also coming from the San Beda Red Cubs.
Ion. The screen by Reyes. Ion. Kick out to a three-pointer. Homalesa, this time nothing. Kane with the rebound.
I think that was Despi Humalesa plays for the team in red.
Oh, nga pala. Apologies. Corrected. Pero that guy, Sam Reyes, the putback is good para sa UST. Now they take the lead against San Beda.
Well, since itong si Soliano sat down for the San Beda Red Cubs easily, yung height advantage went right back to the Tiger Cubs, and Sam Reyes, that time I think the skid stands at around 6'4". So imposing his will inside but missing on that free throw.
The score remained at 15-14. And this guy, Ayon, or rather, apologies, this Feliciano rather.
Actually, itong si Feliciano yesterday was not able to score but was able to set up his teammates. Finished with 0 points but 5 assists. So actually, ang ball out shoutout natin yesterday was his mother. So right after ma-interview yung mami niya, gumanda yung laro niya.
Kaya magandang na-i-interview yung mga mahal sa puso nitong mga
that's
players na ito. No? Meanwhile, Francis Doliente in the free throw line. After he got fouled in that attempt there, missed the first one.
Francis Doliente was the player of the game in their opening day win over Ateneo de Davao, scoring 14 points. Let's see if he can duplicate that feat, and I really think he needs to contribute for the San Beda Red Cubs in this ball game.
Ayon attacking the D again. This time, turnover para sa UST.
Itong si Ayon, of course, another holdover from the UST Tiger Cubs squad. Turning the ball over that time.
Doliente this time from the outside.
Right on cue. Itong si Francis Doliente delivering from the perimeter.
So Doliente, a quick 4-point performance para dito sa San Beda. Napakagandang bunot ni Coach Ralph Rivera as we progress in this game. We know what Doliente is capable of doing. And San Beda came here to win this game against the Tiger Cubs as well.
Well, definitely you don't join a tournament just for participation, much like, you know, Ateneo de Davao, just really winning the hearts of everyone with their play on the court. Itong San Beda Red Cubs, of course, they're still also looking to win here and maybe pull off a win to give them a shot at the semifinals, which will be starting tomorrow here still at the Marikina Sports Center.
Oh, bukas na bukas, semifinals. On Sunday, it is the finals. So napakabilis na tournament, invitational. At nakita naman natin the differences of the teams participating. At ito nga, pinapakitaan pa rin tayo Del Rosario with that beautiful jumper.
Well, actually, some of the players here are new according to Coach Nico Roldan because of course, yung iba nga nilang main players moving up day to day, they had to activate some players from the Team B.
Reyes again. Wala. Sa ilalim. Reyes pa rin. Second time around. San Beda secures the board. Omalesa loses the basketball. Now Lim turns. Puts it up. Naghihiyawan ang crowd dito sa Marikina Sports Center. This has been the most entertaining game so far, no? Dito sa ating torneo.
The most in-crowd participation, you know?
Doliente once more! 6 points para kay Doliente. Talking about maximizing the effectiveness of the player while they are on the court. Francis Doliente.
Well, of course, you know that the leadership role is up for grabs here, especially with Dre Lorenzo not around and the bench of the San Beda Red Cubs answering that call.
Meanwhile, susubukan naman ng UST na mabasag itong run ng San Beda. Ayon now being guarded by Feliciano. Ayon still looking for an opening, decided to pull up a J. Nothing. Reyes sky dive for that rebound. Nakakuha ng foul.
Well, you see there, despite the hard foul there on Sam Reyes, pagkabagsak niya, pinulot sa agad ng mga kampi niya. Actually, mga dating niyang kakampi. So not much animosity on the floor here for both teams.
Right, the relationship built over the years takes precedence.
Well, actually,
It's paramount.
Actually, for all of the players, most of them, especially the ones playing in Manila, siguro for the past few years, they've been playing against each other for club teams, for different competitions. So they develop a relationship already. Hindi kagaya dati na they're pretty much facing each other as rivals, school rivals. So medyo mas may, medyo mas may gigil.
Oo. Doliente na wala ang bola, hindi nasalo. Yung pasa nitong si Jack Homalesa and ang bola babalik dito sa kupunan ng UST. Score is 23-18 with 42 seconds to go in the first period. Now it's Ion with the basketball. Lim. Now Ion dancing against Feliciano. Open si Lim. Nothing there. Despi, smart play. Ion pa rin. May tangan ng bola. 20 seconds. Short J, wala. Sanbeda decided to run. Almost lost it. Now it's with Doliente. Doliente being guarded here by Despi. 5 seconds. And there is a foul.
Despi there with the ill-advised foul with the shot clock running down and there in the penalty. Itong si Doliente had nowhere to go, was not even in a position to score.
Partner Francis Doliente already has 7 points in the game. Make that still 7.
Huwag mo kasing papansinin. Pag nagsi-free throw, huwag mo papansinin.
Meron kasi talagang tinatawag na broadcasters jinx. Yan.
Magagalit sa atin mga supporters ng San Beda yun.
Ion. Reyes. Too strong to end the quarter. And at the end of first, 24-19, a 5-point lead by San Beda against UST. Pagbalik po natin, second quarter action dito lamang sa Ballout Sports.
UST will go against San Beda for our last game live here at the Marikina Sports Center. No days off para sa kupunan ng Tiger Cubs as Andre Dungo told me about their hard training every day. Nakwento niya nagising na sila ng 6 a.m. araw-araw para sa kanilang morning jog. Nabahagi naman sa akin ni Francis Doliente ng San Beda na mas madalang ang kanilang trainings because they focus more on their recovery. Kabila na nga dito ang pag-review ng kanilang plays at games so as not to make the same mistakes. Let us see how the hard work of these players will pay off inside the court. And in the meantime, what are the updates, Noy and Nori?
Thank you so much, Flo, for that report. Indeed, alam mo, partner, sa totoo lang, pag tinignan natin yung schedule ng invitational tournament natin ngayon, dikit-dikit eh. Every day there is a game. And it will take a toll on the body of each of these players.
So actually, different schools of thought yan for different coaches. Some coaches would focus on recovery. Some coaches would, parang repetitions eh. If in conditioning, if you can still practice in the morning, iba-iba naman yan eh. Iba-iba ang recovery time for these kids.
Meanwhile, Noy, ang score 24-19. Ano ang naging diferensya? Kung bakit naging 24, now 27? Itong
24-21.
Oh, 24-21. Stand corrected. It was UST who made that three-pointer. Pero ano naging diferensya para sa San Beda that they have the lead against UST?
Well, I think it was really the points coming from Francis Doliente already with 8 points sa ating first quarter. Actually, kakakuha lang kasi natin but I think it was really the bench points here. A 12-5 advantage for the San Beda Red Cubs. The minute they went to the bench, ito nga si Doliente was one of those guys who delivered for them. But for UST, they are now currently led by Andre Dungo with 6 and Racine Kane with 4.
And let's see if Francis Doliente can continue with his first quarter onslaught. Meanwhile sa ilalim, Kala ko papasok pa yung layup sa ilalim ni Cañete. That's too tight for him though.
But you can see the confidence there for for Cañete ni hindi nataranta yung bata. And actually, a story about Kirk Cañete. He was one of the main guys for San Beda in the recent NCAA season. But with a few games to go in the elimination round dun sa San Andres, he had a nasty fall. And he was forced to be hospitalized for a few days. And eventually, they decided to just sit him out for the rest of the tournament. So it's really nice to see Kirk Cañete back on the court playing for the San Beda Red Cubs.
And he is back even stronger, Noy, as he stole that basketball. And this guy, again, at it, walang katakot-takot sa katawan.
Pwede itong lumipat ng Ateneo de Davao, no?
Atake ng atake, no? It does not matter who's in front of him, he's gonna attack that basket. Kirk Cañete, ladies and gentlemen.
So checking in for UST, who actually started the ball game, itong si Racine Kane. Another interesting story because in the intercollegiate Champions Challenge, ang ball out, he was playing for St. Clair Caloocan, but apparently he is still in high school, and one of the coaches there in St. Clair is Coach Genino Manansala, who used to be the head coach of the UST Tiger Cubs, as we see Lim with the breakaway layup there. Sige, mamaya na lang natin itutuloy, but it's going to be a timeout here for the San Beda Red Cubs as the UST Tiger Cubs have cut that lead down to just 1 point.
Even our audience has a spotlight for our ball out shout out today. I have here Ma'am Joanne Omalesa. Ma'am Joanne, tanong ko lang po, which team or player in specific ang sinusuportahan niyo today?
Obviously, it's San Beda. San Beda Red Cubs. My son is playing for the San Beda Red Cubs, and he is Jack Umalesa.
Another loving mother from our audience. Any message po for the San Beda team?
I know this is a new team, so I just pray and hope that they will do their best kasi halos karamihan sa kanila bago pa for the team. So they have to know the system pa. Medyo challenge na yun to. Especially na some of their teammates already transferred to the Tigers, to the UST team. So I hope this is just a friendly game, but this is also a challenge for them to step up. So
Maraming
San Beda.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Joanne. Balik po tayo sa panel.
Well, there you go. That's the mother of Jack Humalesa. Interestingly, kahapon, ang ball out, shout out, ang in-interview, yung kapatid nga naman si Lara. So, I think it's time for Jack Humalesa to be the best player of the game. But going back to that story about Racine Kane, yun nga, Genino Manansala was the former head coach nitong UST Tiger Cubs. So, he was retained as part of the coaching staff of Coach Manu Inigo, and he brought with him quote-unquote the rights to Racine Kane, who will be playing for the UST Tiger Cubs come the next UAAP Juniors competition.
And speaking about Racine Kane, the rebound, that tenacity that he brings inside is just amazing, partner. Ilang tao yung nakapalibot sa kanya doon. Almost all of the Red Cubs clobbering him, still pushes that basketball.
Well, that time San Beda was forced to just foul here itong si Racine Kane. So they will try to test the free throw ability nitong si Racine.
26-23.
So that's a good foul for the San Beda Red Cubs.
3-point lead by the San Beda University. Make that just 2 now, courtesy of the split charities of Kane. Bitare. Now to Doliente. Doliente is back in the game. Bitare now. Naka-escape ng konti. Binigay kay Doliente. The jumper. And Doliente keeps making those shots.
It's like Doliente really came to play. Baka napagbili na ni Dre Lorenzo.
Ikaw na muna.
Ikaw na muna. You carry the scoring load.
JB Lim, meanwhile, misfired on that triple. Lucky break for UST. The basketball is still with them. They're down by 4, 7 and 18 to go in the first half. JB Lim to Ronquillo. Ronquillo is another guy partner who is quite an exposition in this tournament, and that's just right on cue.
Parang narinig niya yung yung cue parang scripted yung tira na yun.
Oo nga.
While you were talking about him.
Oo, yung tira lang ang scripted. Bitare gives it to Bailoses. Is fired. Raj trying to force his way against Kane. Challenged by Kane there.
Well, actually, itong si Soliano had the height advantage over Kane, but Kane with an excellent defense there.
And every time Kane has the basketball underneath, 3 or 4 Red Cubs are defending him.
Well,
That's an attention, partner.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, Doliente misfired after a series of made baskets.
Well, even if after that shot he was apologizing to the bench, that's Christian Coronel.
Taga San Sebastian yan, partner.
Dating San Sebastian na dating San Beda Red Cubs na actually assistant coach nitong si Coach Ralph Rivera, na assistant coach ni Coach Miko Roldan.
Nagaling ng Fatima.
Oo.
Connect lang yan.
Connect talaga.
Tama. Pangilinan, very quiet in the game. There's a foul there off the ball. Ang matatawagan, MJ Bailoses.
Actually, itong si Coach Christian, iniisip ko, remember that guy playing for Mapua, si Batchi Coronel? Parang medyo hawig niya, maputi na guard
So baka
ang laro.
anak niya.
O, kamag-anak. Huwag naman
niya.
anak agad, baka sinismis naman natin masyado. Baka naman related lang.
Patay tayo sa media niyan.
Puro tayo marites eh.
This is turning out to be a tight game so far. No, we before this game we were talking about it, and we have our thoughts. You have your thoughts about the game, my thoughts, and we never thought about it being this tight.
Well, usually kasi when you look at the teams, they are as good as their last game. And ito nga San Beda coming off big loss sa FEU, itong USD coming off a big win. So, sometimes you become judgmental.
And knowing that Trey Lorenzo is also not going to be playing.
That's right. And we did not expect this fight back from the San Beda Red Cubs. But this is actually a testament to the school spirit, especially since San Beda Red Cubs has always been equated to the name of the late legendary coach Ato Badolato, na actually for both teams, even for UST, yung coaching staff nila is laden with players who have been affected at some point ni Coach Ato Badolato, si Coach Manu Inigo, the Mejos brothers, Andy and Noli, si Coach VL, si Coach O'Neil. They all came from the Ato Badolato basketball system. And on the other end naman, itong si Coach Ralph, si Coach Miko, si Coach Aldrin Luna, si Coach Francis Cruz. Lahat rin yan dumaan kay Coach Ato Badolato.
Laging dumadaan sa kanya.
Yes, so hashtag for Coach Ato ang laro na to for both teams.
Oo. Parehas na nanggaling sa kanyang pundasyon yung mga yan eh.
Well, if you're talking about naman itong UST, of course, si Coach Arik Del Rosario naman. So, legends of the game affecting yung present generation.
Meanwhile, Kane almost lost it. Being guarded by Soliano. 6 seconds in their shot clock. Kane attacking. Nakakuha ng foul. No, that's an offensive foul.
I think that was Romarate drawing the charge that time. Grabe yung tapang nitong bata na to. Imagine trying to stand in front of rampaging Racine Kane.
And Doliente now to Bitare. Bitare being guarded by Andre Dungo, a mismatch in height. Let's see what they're gonna do. Now Soliano kicked out. Bitare, good fake. Doliente, baseline, wala pa rin. There's a foul there, and this is going to be against San Beda. Score is 28-26. Favor of the Red Cubs. 5:11 to go in the half. And Bitare matatawagan ng foul doon sa sequence na yon. Now Buena Flor will be taking shots from the free throw line.
Well, actually, both teams already in the penalty. So we're expecting a long 5 and 11 here.
A long and dragging quarter.
But yet, very entertaining.
Good size crowd, Noy, we have, no? Hindi kasi nahagip ng camera masyado itong nasa mga likuran natin. But we will request sa ating director na kunan yung crowd dito sa likuran natin para makita na totoo yung sinasabi natin.
Pero teka, hindi ba ikaw rin yung director?
Hindi ako lang.
Hindi ba ikaw, hindi ikaw? Andito ka nga pala sa tabi ko.
Ronquillo against Bitare. Slipped. And Kane saving that basketball. Lucky break again for the Tiger Cubs retaining possession.
Well, pretty much kasi yung fans ng San Beda are sitting on the opposite side. Ito namang fans itong UST Tiger Cubs nakaupo sa likod ng bench. So, hindi nahagip na ating camera yung fans ng UST. So, if you're wondering ba't maingay yung background pero you don't see much people, you don't see it filled to the rafters as we see Racine Kane scoring yet again. It's because ito nga nasa likod natin yung fans ng UST.
Oh, beautiful defense. Pangilinan and Ronquillo double teaming Almarion in that possession. And UST are coming back with a vengeance.
Well, if you're Winters Almarion, that's the last place you want to pick up that basketball, right in that corner where there's the center line. And wag na, pag-usapan na lang natin itong agaw. The number 23 for UST.
Loreto.
So good read that time for Loreto. Reading that passing lane, getting that interception and a trip to the foul line.
And Loreto a little short on that shot. Great recognition and agility from this guy to be stealing that leather. Is fired. Sayang yung mga ganong pagkakataon. Almarion, cross court. Bailoses. Oh, that's a good dish.
Well, definitely that time they put Raj Soliano in a position to score and that time he cooperates and scores.
Dungo, meanwhile, the sidestep. We call that huge Euro sidestep. Hindi ko na
Or
malaman ang tatawag eh.
Parang almost a Pinoy step. Kulang lang yung shot fake eh.
Oo.
Pero sa sobrang ganda nga, pag tayo gumawa niyan, wala po, sub na after. Masakit sa tuhod.
Pinoy ingenuity.
Oo.
Tama ba? Ingenuity.
Iyon, dali mo din.
Oh, Racine Kane spinning. Wala ang rebound. Makukuha ni Almarion.
And I think both teams are in the penalty. So that's going to be a bad foul on Loreto. Well, if you're in the penalty, those are the kinds of fouls that you have to avoid. Kita mo naman yung San Beda medyo nahihirapan on the offensive side. Nung first quarter, they already had 24 points and they only have 30. So that's only their 7 point. Here in the quarter, you don't want things to be easier for them by sending them to the free throw line.
And Almarion again will try to drop this in. Malakas. Kane with the rebound. Soliano matatawagan ng foul.
So kung ano yung ginawa ni Loreto on one end,
Kinaya
yun
din
naman
niya.
ginawa ni Soliano sa kabila.
Second personal foul for Red Soliano. So he needed to be a little careful here heading into the half.
Again, you're fouling someone who is 150% not in a position to score dahil kaka-rebound lang nun.
Maraming salamat pala, partner. Nakakalimutan na natin. Coco Life. Dumper Party List. C Prime Business Financing Corporation. Stronger Realty. Kalos PH Sportswear. MDC and Usana. Kasama na rin ang ating Governor Claude Bautista of Davao and Mr. Bong Baribar, the team manager of Davao Tigers. Vailoses against Zanoria. And this is Feliciano, binigay dito kay Almarion. And there's gonna be a foul called against Zanoria in that sequence.
Well, actually, if you think about it, you know, whenever itong coaching staff ng UST will be calling out plays, usually kasi when your system will not be totally different when you move to a new school. So if the players here from the Red Cubs, baka yung iba sa kanila, they can even recognize the plays being called. But
Basang-basa nila, no?
But on the other end, alam naman ng mga coaches ng UST kung ano yung mga tendencies ng mga players here. So medyo, you know, it cancels everything out.
Now Andre Dungo being guarded by Almarion. Andre, oh, good steal. Is it a steal? No. Agawan ng bola sa ilalim. Soliano and Loreto battling for that basketball. May timeout po tayo. The score is still a tight game we have. 31 for San Beda, 29 for University of Santo Tomas. We will be back. As we take a look at the marketing officer of Ballout Sports, ito si Senyor Berwin Mayley and family. Nandyan, nanonood, nag-i-enjoy ng laro dito sa ating San Beda versus UST matchup. And some of the shots here of the crowd, as we have said earlier, good-sized crowd we have here at the Marikina Sports Center. Enjoying the game, enjoying these invitationals that Ballout Sports have been introducing thus far. This is the second invitational. The first one was in March. That is the Ballout Sports Intercollegiate Champions Challenge. Ngayon naman, Intersecondary. Baka susunod nito, Interprimary.
Oo. Lalong hindi na naman natin kilala yung mga bata.
Andre completing the UST steal. Lefty layup basket.
Parang sumasakit yung tuhod ko pag pinapanood ko yung mga moves ni Andre Dungo. I mean, I'm trying to imagine myself doing it.
Wag na ngayong edad natin.
Kaya imagination na nga lang eh. But Doy Dungo definitely has shown, you know, those skills even when he was playing for itong San Beda Red Cubs. Bringing that dynamic and exciting game to Espanya. From Taytay Rizal to Espanya.
Malayo din yung Taytay eh, no?
Mas malapit if you're coming from Marikina, from here.
MJ Vailoses still in the free throw area. Just a 1-point lead by San Beda now. Make that. Nope. Rebounded by Pangilinan. Andre again. Pag nakakalibre si Andre, parang something exciting is going to happen. Oh, beautiful move. Kicked out. Pangilinan. Kane with the rebound. Dungo. Trying to escape the D. Attempted. Nope. Wesley Kane. Kane puts it up. Nakakuha ng foul. To the dismay of the San Beda players.
Well, the whistle was a little delayed here, but it's still the right call. Soliano bumping into Kane, and I think that's already the third personal foul on Rudd.
Yan yung sinasabi natin kanina na mag-iingat kasi pretty much when we say big man na talagang big, it's only Rad Soliano now who's that person for San Beda.
And unfortunately for them, yung big guy dito ng UST also plays the wing position on offense. Oh, sakit sa ulo.
galing sa labas lahat no? Si Dungo, si Kane, si Pangilinan, Loreto as well. So medyo tama nga, medyo masakit sa ulo kung paano mo bibigyan ng magandang defensive scheme. Nevertheless, we are tied now. After a long battle, we are tied at 32 with 2 minutes and 18 to go in the first half. Oh, beautiful block there. Almarion, isa pa, hindi. Kick out na lang. Vailoses, the triple.
Oh, that's going to be a technical on Vailoses. Bringing out the pistols. Binaril itong si, I believe that was Pangilinan.
Minsan, because of, you being too emotional after a made basket, you say things or do things that are actually, later on, ma-realize mo, ay, bawal pala yun.
Actually,
Sorry na lang.
sometimes kasi, sa sobrang hirap to get a shot up, alam mo yun, nadadala ka na lang ng emotion eh. But of course, as a basketball player, you have to be always focused on the ball game.
And we know naman, basketball has evolved in so many ways and forms, including the rules.
That's
so yung
right.
mga taunting, dati naman, wala naman yan eh.
Pinapayagan yan. Pero
Oo.
actually, nung time kay Coach Ato, bawal yan. Pag ginawa mo yan, baka hindi ka na bumalik.
Kasi iba nung araw eh.
Oh, see you next game na yun eh.
Pangilinan, meanwhile, puts up another 2 points for UST. And there's a couple of whistle. There's something technical. Oh, there's a technical issue sa ating clock. And with that, we have to call an official's timeout habang inaayos po ang ating relo dito sa Marikina Sports Center. Ito pa rin ang Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge. And a couple more shots dito sa Marikina Sports Center. Fresh faces, beautiful faces of Marikina is here. Back in the ball game, tied of 35. Feliciano to Almarion being guarded by Pangilinan. Bahagyang nakalusot. That pass intended for Del Rosario went out of the way.
Not really the best of spacing that time for the Red Cubs, forced into a turnover.
So Homalesa pinasok ni Coach Ralph. Almarion labas muna. Andre Dungo. Partner, si Andre parang siya yung nagsisilbing point forward nitong UST. Now Zanoria uses a double screen. Kick out to Dungo. Wide open. Bang!
You cannot leave Doy Dungo wide open, especially from the three-point area. Kahit may bantayan, he is able to convert. What more when he's open.
Good challenge there by UST. Oops! Kanino mapupunta? Scuffle. USC has it. Back to Dungo. Traveling. Speaking about that setup play for Dungo earlier, talagang yan ang perfect execution para sa kanya.
Definitely when you drive inside and you get the attention of multiple defenders, automatic alam mo someone's gonna be open, and that time it was Doy Dungo wide open.
And let's credit itong si Zanoria for making that happen. So they're up by 3 now. BEDA obviously wanted to end this on a high. Vilos rejected by Loreto. Kita mo, pigil na pigil si Loreto.
Kasi kakatawag lang ng technical nung referee eh.
Parang may gusto siyang gawing something eh.
Pero yung mukha niya said it all eh. Kagat labi eh.
Gigil na gigil, di ba? So Feliciano will be inbounding. Less than a minute to end the first half. Omalesa, another rejection. This time, Racine Kane.
Kita mo naman yung mga players ng San Beda para walang epekto kahit natapalan eh. Just move on to the next play, which actually should be the case.
Parang mga tiga-Ateneo de Davao kanina, no? Sa ilalim. Omalesa, the lefty. Short.
From our angle, look good, a good line. Unfortunately, a little short. So right now, itong UST having a 4-point lead. I think this is their biggest advantage so far in this game.
Zanoria again. Anong gagawin? Dire-diretso. This time nakakuha ng foul. So they will try to add up to their lead now. They'll go to the free throw line. Number 15 in Renzo Zanoria. Too strong in the first free throws. Zanoria will have a chance to make this into a 4-point game for UST. Makes the second one. And Coach Ralph and the squad of San Beda called that timeout. They'll try to draw a play para dito sa pagtatapos ng first half. Magbabalik po kami. Some of the crowd shots here inside the Marikina Sports Center being shown by our director. Salamat, Direk, sa pag-feature ng mga mukha ng Marikenyo. Yan ay ikatutuwa ng pamahalang lungsod ng Marikina.
Yeah. But you can see also from the crowd, we still should not forget we are still, recovering from years, from almost a year na nakakulong tayo, so we see people still being very, very careful wearing masks.
Right. Cañete is now back in the game, being defended by Zanoria. Cañete trying to create space. Vailoses short on that triple. Rebound. San Beda pa rin. No, Kane was there. To Zanoria. Do they have the numbers? No, that's too strong of a pass.
Still 4 seconds for San Beda to try and cut down this 4-point lead ng UST.
39-35. Cañete escaping Zanoria quickly. Oh, Doliente got blocked there by Loreto. That is Loreto's second consecutive block of the game. 39-35 in favor of UST as we ended the half. Magbabalik po kami dito sa Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge.
Magandang gabi muli sa ating mga ka-Ballout na patuloy na nanonood ng Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge atid sa inyo ng Coco Life. Tulad na lamang ng audience dito sa Marikina Sports Center, ang suporta nyo ang patuloy na nagpapalakas sa ating liga at sa ating mga koponan. I have here with me isa sa mga nagpapalakas ng Team UST, Coach Onel Balinton. Magandang gabi po. I have a brief question for you. I know that it takes a great amount of athleticism for your players na maglaro ng 3 sunod-sunod na araw. How do you make sure that your players are consistent po despite na sunod-sunod na kanilang laro?
We just keep on reminding them of their role. Kailangan alam nila yung bawat role nila para masiguro namin na may consistency.
Okay po, next question. Speaking of your goal to win this league, of course, what more can we expect from UST coming from your 2-day win streak yesterday?
To perform much better, lalo itong second half.
Alright, Coach, maraming salamat po. And to see the action for our second half, magbabalik po ang Ballout Sports.
Nak, ano? Game? Ladies and gentlemen, this season's MVP, number 15, the Phenom!
Yeah! All right!
Eto na partner, ang match of the decade. Oo nga partner, kaya simulan na natin.
Possession is now with the Phenom, being guarded by 2 opponents. Oh, what an amazing crossover! And he dunks! All right! Phenom dribbles the ball. The Phenom is down, and his teammates come to the rescue. Ano, okay ka lang? The crowds cheer, Phenom! 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 Last 5 seconds, and the whole team is down by 2, and only this 3-point shot can secure the championship. 5, 4,
I fell in love with basketball at the age of 4. It just came naturally to me. By the time I got to high school, I wanted to make a name for myself. With a lot of hard work and luck, our team, the Blue Eaglets, won 3 straight championships. College was a bit different. I began to feel the pressure of winning the game. However, the support of the alumni, my teammates, our families, and the fans was just overwhelming. After college, I turned professional. Things were going my way until one day, I faced an obstacle. Being unable to play the sport that you love for 18 months, it allowed me to take a step back. It was a blessing in disguise. I felt that it made me a better player and a better person. Looking back, whatever I have achieved in my career, all these became possible because there were people who believed in me. My school, the fans, and most of all, my mom, my dad, and my family.
Maganda ang pasok ng 2020. New plans, more games. Nakabalik ako sa hard court, sa pinakamamahal kong sport. At nang mabigyan ako ng pagkakataon na maging team captain ng Gilas Pilipinas, hindi ko mapaliwanag ang aking saya. Ngunit sa isang iglap, nagbago ang lahat. Dahil sa COVID-19, tumigil ang mundo. Ang daming ipinagbawal. Bawal lumabas, bawal ang sports, bawal na muna ang mag-basketball. Pero naisip ko, hindi naman bawal ang tumulong. Hindi naman bawal maging parte ng solusyon. So in my own little way, gumawa ako ng paraan para makatulong sa mga kababayan at makapagbigay ng pag-asa. Alam ko, matatapos din ito. Lagi lang tayong mag-ingat. Naniniwala ako na kaya nating malagpasan ito. Basta sama-sama at tulong-tulong tayo. Isang laban, isang koponan, hindi susuko dahil Pilipino tayo.
And as we come back here at the Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge, of course, this is the third quarter now of the battle between BEDA University and the University of Santo Tomas. At the end of the first half, the score, 39 UST, 35 for BEDA. No, di kang labanan itong dalawang kupunan na to. Paano nangyari yan?
Well, if you look at the stats, you'd be surprised that BEDA is actually just down by 4 points. If you look at points of turnovers, it's 13-3 for UST. Fast break points, 14-1. But so far for BEDA, it has been the bench who has been contributing for them, outscoring the UST bench 14-11. In the first quarter, they were led by Francis Doliente with 10 points and MJ Valloses with 9 points, while on the other end naman for USC, it has been Andre Dungo leading the way with 12 points, while John Benedict Lim with 7 and Racine Kane with 9 points.
Meanwhile, sa Noria, binigay sa ilalim, banggaan ng katawan. Loreto forces that one. Cañete para sa BEDA. Gives it to Doliente, who's been phenomenal in the first half. Wala. The basketball will go to the way of BEDA. 41-35, UST with the lead. Normally, partner, sa mga nako-cover nating games, third quarter, parang defining moment of the game yan, no?
So, I think, I feel like itong UST will be trying to make that run here in the third quarter. So let's see if yung BEDA can neutralize itong renewed energy that I feel is coming from the USC Tiger Cubs.
And they're trying to feed the basketball to Kane early on as Kane is being defended by Mondigo. Clearly a mismatch in dito sa vantage point natin. Talagang malaki yung height disadvantage ni Mondigo sa kanya. Now Dungo, dalawa ang kanyang pinasahan doon. Pangilina, driving. Intended for Loreto.
Well, the reason why UST has this height advantage with Kane is because itong si Soliano already with 3 fouls and Coach Miko Roldan cannot risk putting him in early here in the third quarter.
Cañete. 2 guys in yellow, stolen by Zanoria. Oh, beautiful drive. Renzo Zanoria.
Coming off a steal, converting right away. That's just quick transition from defense to offense as he is still hounding Cañete na may ready excuse si Cañete kasi daw natanggal yung sintas ng sapatos niya.
Magaling na ano to, meron ng backup plan ito si Cañete.
They only have 2 seconds to cross the timeline.
And that's gonna be it. It will be an 8-second violation for San Beda.
Well, definitely any coach will be frustrated with that your point guard is not aware that he only had 2 seconds to cross the timeline.
So in the early going in the third, it is all UST so far. Zanoria, good fake, baseline drive, foul. Zanoria providing the much needed energy for UST in the second half.
Is trying to create scoring opportunities for his team by trying to drive into the gut of the defense, hoping to get like double teams or triple teams and being able to open up opportunities for his teammates as we see Doy Dungo with the floater there, badly misses that one.
As Racine Kane committed a foul on that rebound play. Andre Dungo in that earlier offense forced a floater. Buena Flor coming in.
That's only the second personal foul on Racine Kane.
Pakinggan muna natin, partner, ang report ni Flo. Flo, what do you have?
Think every game as your last game. Yan ang payo ni Assistant Coach Onel Balinton ng UST Tiger Cubs upang hindi maging kampante ang kanyang mga players today. Nabahagi naman ni Assistant Coach Aldrin Lunas ng San Beda na offensive rebound na kanilang focus for today. Especially na 6 sa kanilang players ay hindi makakadalo sa laro na ito dahil sila ay gagraduate ngayong araw. A short fun fact for our panel and to our viewers, extra intense po ang labanan ngayon dahil former teammates ang naglalaro. What say you, Noya Nori?
And that's true. Of course, you cannot take away, the familiarity and the competitiveness from both teams. Ang nag-stick sa akin yung treat every game as your last. Kasi every time I play the next day, it feels like it was my last.
Lagi mong pinapasok kasi yung sarili natin dyan. Hindi na tayo obra dyan.
Hindi kasi baka may mga nanonood sa atin na nakaka-relate.
Sa atin?
Sa atin.
Meanwhile, San Beda, Viloses being guarded by 3 guys in yellow. Another rejection there by Loreto. Loreto, partner, has been showing off in this game. Lim to Dungo. Misfired. Loreto again, the offensive board. This time wala.
Nabawian ng block that time by number 22. Itong si Medroso.
Corner. Doliente. Medyo nawala yung init ni Doliente in the second half. Medroso the rebound. Cañete. Open si Viloses. Another rejection by Loreto. How many blocks can this guy make?
But that time, Ballout deciding to shoot closer. Actually, since he made a three-pointer and was called for a technical for taunting, hindi na to nakakonvert from the outside itong si Ballout.
And there's a bump there between Buena Flor and Romarate. And the officials are quick to call that. Kudos to our referees for being on top of this game. We know how tight this is, but look at the score now. No, it's now 8-point lead for UST in the early going of the third.
But they have managed to score 4 points and keep itong San Beda only with 2 points here in the second half.
Cañete, nowhere to go. Doliente, open, jumper, nothing.
Those shots are starting to not fall for the Red Cubs. Those are the same shots that they were making in the first half.
Zanoria, meanwhile, trying to force the issue. It's with Pangilinan. Pangilinan. Zanoria open for 3. Too strong. Rebound, Cañete. He does not have the manpower. Doliente. Balik sa kanya. Pangilinan. Ganda ng depensa ni Pangilinan doon.
Definitely the quality of shots are falling here for the San Beda Red Cubs. Luckily for them, the UST Tiger Cubs just threw that ball away. And I think that's why they're bringing in Lance Ronquillo. But right now, it's going to be a timeout for the San Beda Red Cubs trying to arrest this breakaway ng University of Santo Tomas. We will be right back.
Another shot of the crowd here in the Marikina Sports Center. Yung director natin, alam mo talaga kung ano yung mga tinitignan dito sa loob ng gymnasium sa city of Marikina. 45-37.
We are very focused on the game.
We gotta be very focused.
Especially when you have an exciting game like this.
Tama. Konting kiskisan between Ronquillo and Cañete. They're trying to clarify itong damit ng bagong player, Nathaniel Manarang. Cañete being hounded by Ronquillo. Good set of screen. Cañete pa rin. Gives it up. Oh, beautiful. Reggie Romarate.
Great setup that time by Kurt Cañete, being able to give it to his big man who was in scoring position.
For UST Buenaflor to Pangilinan. Kane down to 7 in the shot clock. Kane spins, puts it up. It's rolled out. Ang bola mananatili sa mga tiga-uste.
San Beda actually played 24 seconds of good defense. Unfortunately, they were not able to complete that defensive possession by not grabbing that defensive board.
Lim against Manarang, escape. The defense went all the way.
So that extends that lead back to its highest at 8 for the USC Tiger Cubs.
And Kane the steal. And this guy will take it all the way as well. And it went in. May foul pa yan.
So off a steal itong si Racine Kane, being able to attack off the dribble itong bigs. Itong San Beda Red Cubs, Reggie Romarate, being called for his third personal foul.
And as Kane will be shooting free throws, would like to thank Coco Life, Dumper Party List, C Prime Business Financing Corporation, Strong Group Realty, Carlos PH Sportswear, MDC Sports, and Usana. Sama na rin natin Governor Claude Bautista of Davao as Pangilinan hit that triple from way downtown. Isama na rin si Mr. Bong Baribar, the team manager of Davao Tigers. And an offensive foul was called against Cañete. What more can go wrong for San Beda in this quarter, Noy?
Well, definitely ito nga si Lance Ronquillo just hounding itong former teammate niya na si Kirk Cañete, drawing that offensive foul.
And in this particular game, Noy, Lance may not be contributing in the
Scoring
offensive
column,
department, pero the defense na pinapakita naman niya against Cañete. Put back is good.
And just like that, it's already a 15-point advantage for USC. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 8-0 run for UST.
54-39 with 3:55 left in the third. UST has begun pulling away. And what can San Beda do to stop this?
Well, they really need to settle down and, trust the offense. And they're still pretty much getting the same shots they were making earlier It's just a matter of, I know it sounds very simple, but it's really a matter of making the shots that are produced by running their plays.
MJ Vailoses coming in. Reggie Romarate is gonna go out for now. And you can see Coach Ralph Rivera there earlier giving instructions to Reggie. When this is Pangilinan, bahagyang nakawala. Beautiful drive. It did not go in for San Beda. And it's UST basketball.
Well, that time Feliciano unfortunately found himself already in too deep. He could have pulled it out and set up the offense, but choosing to go all the way that time.
Ronquillo again getting caught there, but there was a foul against Cañete. So si Lan's partner, no? Either he gets Cañete into the turnover department or on the foul department pag nasa offense siya. You know, very active itong batang ito.
Definitely, you know, if you cannot, you know, you try to make him work on both ends. You play good defense on him on offense, and then, you know, defensively you try to put some pressure on him by attacking him.
Second attempt by Lance Ronquillo. Went in, splitting the charities. So this is Bill Garbardo coming in, a fresh face, fresh player from San Beda.
We haven't seen him play in the first quarter.
Against Lance. Garbardo, pounded by two guys in yellow. Feliciano, binigay sa ilalim. Kane was there. Another turnover for Beda.
Well, those turnovers are starting to pile up. In the first half, they already had 10, while itong UST only had 7. So, itong San Beda starting to, you know, piling up those turnovers here in the third quarter.
Lance again. Matatawagan ng 3 seconds si Racine Kane in that particular sequence. A 15-point lead now for UST. 2:56 to go in the third.
We're finally seeing Raj Soliano coming in for San Beda. There's really no point in trying to preserve him, especially with that lead starting to grow. That's currently at 15 points.
No, medyo you will take the risk of putting him in at play. Vailoses against Lim. Feliciano. Oh, they lost the leather. Lance Ronquillo, the steal to Lim, basket.
So right now, itong San Beda has not been able to match the energy of the Tiger Cubs here in the second half. Unfortunately, Ronquillo called for a foul here.
Credit this guy Ronquillo for creating a lot of activities for UST, no?
He's trying to be a menace on defense and, you know, stabilizing factor on offense. But right now he's given a rest here. As we see Ion checking back in for UST.
Feliciano will be inbounding for San Beda. They're down by 17. This is, what, just a 2-point margin as we ended the half?
4-point advantage for UST. So they've outscored San Beda by 13 points.
Good pass inside. Soliano. Ion with the foul.
Well, ito for Soliano, it's really a matter of his teammates being able to set him up where, you know, he is in a position to score. Right now, I don't think you want itong si Soliano having to put the ball down on the floor. So you want him to just receive the ball and go right up. But this time, he misses the front end of his 2 free throws.
No, Soliano had a limited performance in the first half due to foul trouble. Vailoses. Use the screen against Reyes now. Vailoses. Oh, beautiful move. Off the glass. Nope. JB Lim to a wide open UST. Nothing there. They got their own miss. Lim again, spinning his way, puts it up, wala pa rin. And another steal by the Tiger Cubs. Pinilit. And Viloses will try to secure. Oh, wala pa rin, hindi na. This is a messy sequence for both squads.
Well, right now the referees are letting them play, and when the referees are doing this, you don't want to be stop playing and look at the referees. You just continue on playing until you hear that whistle.
So Andre Dungo is back in the game along with Manding. Ayon. Feliciano gives it to Andre, the triple. Yes, sir!
Instant offense coming from Dre Dungo as ito na naman, San Beda is forced to call a timeout with that lead now up to 20 points. Magbabalik po ang Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge.
Shine again for our Ballout shoutout. I have here with me the lovely Paula. Good evening, Paula. Which player or which team are you supporting today?
UST po kasi crush ng friend ko. May gusto siya kay Dungo.
Alright, any message for Andre Dungo and the rest of UST team?
Galingan nyo kasi nakasuporta kay Dungo yung friend ko.
Alright, may gusto ko bang batiin? Any friends or family?
Hi sa family ko. Yun lang, iiyak.
Alright, maraming salamat po. And for the updates on our third quarter, back to you, Noy and Nori.
Yan ang mahirap pag on the spot, Noy, di ba?
Yan ang mahirap eh. Hindi na nga ikaw yung nagpa-interview, nilaglag ka pa.
Sinabi pa rin eh. Gumilid na eh. Anyways, a 20-point ball game now for the Tiger Cubs. And San Beda will try to stop the bleeding little by little if they still want to be in the running para dito sa laro na ito. They have to do a lot and a lot.
Well, definitely they have to arrest the renewed energy and vigor coming from the USC Tiger Cubs. Parang totally different team. Check in pagdating ng ating second half.
Strong drive. Didn't go in. San Beda with the board. Almarion. Cross-court pass. Feliciano finds Doliente. Skied high for that block attempt was Reyes, pero there's a foul on that play.
Well, ever since the 10 points itong si Doliente in the first half, I don't think he has scored here in the second half. Actually, itong San Beda in the second half only with 7 points while UST already with 21 points.
Rod Soliano off the glass free throw.
Tingin ko hindi nga sinadya yun.
Hindi,
Sadya talaga.
Sadya.
Kasi
Dalawa.
salita ka ng salita nang hindi mo alam eh.
Down to 16. Dungo against Doliente. And that's a backcourt violation against UST. San Beda with the possession. They have a chance to continuously trim this lead slowly. Ngayon, 16 na lang yan.
That's an parang uncharacteristic, unforced turnover that time on Andre Dungo.
MJ. And this is against Manding. There's a foul.
So both teams are in the penalty, so that's going to be 2 free throws for Viloses.
MJ Viloses. Pretty solid numbers for him, Noy, in the first half. 9 points, 6 rebounds.
Well, I think he already scored here in the third quarter, so he's at 11, make that 12.
12 points na.
And that lead is now down to just 15 from a high of
20.
20, yeah, at 60-40. So 5 unanswered points here for San Beda Red Cubs.
UST the basketball. Inbounding is Ayon. May konting mga tulakan dyan. Andre, the point forward for the Tiger Cubs. 7 in their shot clock. Ayon driving. There's a miscommunication there, and Manding unable to catch that, or rather a better defense ang pinakita ng San Beda rito. 2 seconds to end the third. Almost. And at the end of 3, it is still UST up by 15. And pagbalik po natin, huling 10 minuto sa ating laro na ito. This is still your Ballout Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge.
You have proven our resilience. Despite every challenge, you adapt, endure, and thrive. And just like you, we will keep on going. We will uphold our commitment to support you towards a secure and better future. Together, we ignite the Filipino spirit. Coco Life, believing in the Filipino.
Couple more shots of the crowd here. Kanina, na-interview yan kanina yung nanay ni Jack Humalesa. And now they're back at it again on the camera, supporting the San Beda Red Cubs. San Beda is still trying to hunt down itong UST. They're down by 15, Noy.
Well, definitely, ito nga, really big scoring binge there for UST with 21 points. While itong San Beda only with 10 points in that third quarter. So let's see, there's still enough time for San Beda to make a run, but it's definitely they're going to need Bailoses and Doliente to rediscover their scoring touch in the first half.
Soliano meanwhile gives it to Feliciano. Masyado masikip doon. Doliente, top of the key. Yes! Right on cue.
So that gives Doliente 12 points already in this ball game, and lead is down to just 13 points.
Zanoria. Now it's with Sam Reyes. Pangilinan. Hindi nagkausap si Joseph Pangilinan at si Racine Kane in that possession.
Actually, for UST, the way they built that lead was scoring off turnovers. In the first half, they had 13 total points from turnovers. They made 13 points of turnovers in that third quarter.
Oo, sa third quarter talaga pumalo eh. Now Doliente spinning. Walang tinawag ang ating mga referees, and Francis Doliente looking at the ref as if saying, walang foul?
At ang sagot ng mga referees, walang foul.
Andre against MJ. Renzo thinking about a 3. Andre Dungo. Pangilinan. Way off.
Good boxing out tactic that time from Feliciano, just shielding the ball away from Racine Kane, allowing the ball to go outside.
Just a 13-point lead now. Ito ang kailangang habulin ng mga tiga San Beda. And kaya naman nilang gawin yan, no? You know? They just need to make sure that their shots will drop and quick stops. Almarion. Zanoria now. Andre against Bailoses. The step. Oh, what a move.
Andre Dungo just toying with the defense that time.
MJ Viloses naman ngayon. Balik sa 15. Soliano. I've never seen that move for a very long time. Marlo Aquino move yun eh.
Gano'n na ba katagal since last naglaro si Marlo Aquino? Although I think we did cover him in one of the Ballout exhibition
Founders
games,
Cup,
right?
ang tawag dyan, Celebrity versus the Legends game.
Yeah, that's right.
Dito rin yon sa Marikina Sports Center. The officials just gave a warning to the assistant coach of the UST Tiger Cubs.
That's Coach Andy Meos. I think he was asking for a traveling call that time on Raj Soliano, who did drag his feet, but he was already fouled, I think.
Soliano still on the free throw line. Ganun talaga siya mag-free
Ganun na
throw.
talaga. Hindi, earlier he wasn't doing that, but I think that was a in-game adjustment for him.
Tawag dyan sa kanto, baldog. Pabaldog na tira. JB Lim. Corner 3. Dungo still got the rebound. Kay Lim naman ngayon. Dancing against the opponent. And it's still UST basketball. 6.9 seconds remaining on their clock. Anong gagawing opensa nitong mga taga-uste? So as you can see, JB Lim and Viloses trying to create space there. Lim will have to do something about this. Lim, derecho, kay Kane. They still have time. Kane puts it up and in.
Right in the nick of time that time for Racine Kane off that dish from Lim.
May pansagot partner ang UST no sa opensa ng San Beda. Every time San Beda will try to make a run, talagang naka-ready sila na sumagot.
Well, I feel like pagdating ng second half, naramdaman na ng San Beda yung absence ng kanilang mga players who were moving up today. So pretty much graduation. Kasi noong panahon natin, wala namang moving up eh.
Bakit kasi may moving up eh, no? Ayan tuloy.
Well, according to the report of Flo, they were missing at least 5 to 6 players because of moving up day.
So that's a pretty big blow for San Beda's rotation.
Especially when it's your leading scorer, Dre Lorenzo, that you're missing in this ball game.
Kane gives it to Andre again. Andre slipped. Lim, the triple. Bang!
Definitely, it's just UST waking up in the second half, and right now it's a 19-point lead with 6:40 remaining in this basketball game.
Viloses, tumama sa paa ni Andre Dungo yan. This is a display of what UST can do in the coming tournament sa kanilang UAAP tourney.
Well, definitely, and of course they still have a semifinals game to play. I mean, even if this is still a surmountable lead, 19 points with 6.5. Unfortunately for San Beda, they lost big yesterday. They lost 60 to 86, 26 points to FEU. So if it goes down to a quotient system, malalaglag pa rin sila. They pretty much have to beat UST by at least mga 20 points to even have a chance, and that's going to be a 40-point turnaround from here on then, and it's really hard for that to happen.
And Zanoria rolls out. Muntik na naman yung tres na yun by Renzo. Cañete. 6:15 to go in the fourth. Cañete still nawala ang bola sa kanya. Racine nagmamadali. Racine derecho uses the left. Same result for him.
Really, there's no way you can stop that.
Malaki na, mabilis na.
May dribble pa.
May dribble pa, wala na. Cañete, two guys in yellow blocking that shot. Sending it to the parking lot.
Pag mga ganyan, mahirap yung trabaho ng statistician eh. kanino ba mapupunta yung
Kanino?
block.
Hindi, manonood siya uli.
Pero kailangan niya na i-record ngayon eh.
Inbounding is Cañete to Almarion. Corner. Defended well by the Tiger Cubs. Sa ilalim, wala pa rin talaga. Hindi pa rin maipasok ni Mondigo yung shot na yan. Zanoria, a much needed breather. Lance Ronquillo is coming in.
Just imagine for UST, nagpahinga yung Zanoria. Ang papalit, still a very good point guard in Lance Ronquillo.
Oo. Wala ka itatapon, partner, dito sa rotation ng guards ni Coach Manu, ano?
Yeah, that's right. But I think officially in this ball game, it's Coach
Mejos.
Coach Noli Mejos, who is the listed as head coach.
So a 20-point ball game with 5:41 left in the game. Noy, ano ba to? Kahabol-habol pa? Or is it something that San Beda will have to accept?
Well, ito actually, again, yung 20-point lead, that could be manageable. But if they are trying to qualify for the semifinals, medyo mahirap na. But still, you know, you just keep on playing until that buzzer sounds. At this point, medyo it's acceptable if they choose to just play and not look at the scoreboard anymore.
Parang ganyan-ganyan yung report ni Flo kanina eh. Di ba? Ano nga yun? Play the game as if it is your last.
Huwag na natin balikan yung sarili natin. Pero,
Tsaka, ano pa, may isa pa. Don't look at the score. Just play the game.
yeah.
So, mga ganon ni Flo eh. Maganda yun eh. Kane, nagmamadali. Dire-diretso. Another basket for Racine Kane.
Well, the problem there for San Beda was they could not just try to go for the ball stop because Lance Ronquillo was already spotting up from the corner. So you don't want to give that up also.
Doliente, nanahimik sa ating second half. Another rejection by JB Lim that time, Soliano. Sa ilalim, wala pa rin. And the light of San Beda seems to have been put off, Noy.
Well, that's right. But for as long as yung ilaw ng Marikina Sports Center hindi pa nakapatay, hindi
Laro
pa
pa rin tayo.
Laro pa rin tayo.
71-49. 4.5 minutes remaining. Ronquillo and Cañete going at it. Ronquillo nagtitimon. Loreto is still in the game, partner. Lim. Quick three. Yes!
I think this has been one of the keys here, itong si Lim being able to hit from the outside. You know, that just makes it more difficult to defend itong UST, especially with Doy Dungo being automatic threat at all times.
And thinking about JB Lim, partner, no, he's played a real good game today. Dungo, malakas yung pasa ni Lance. Lim again. Papasok ba? Is fired that time.
Parang sobrang galing na natin pag nashoot niya pa yun because we were just heaping praises on him.
Hindi, kasi deserving naman yung bata, partner.
Well,
Maganda talaga
definitely.
nila. No?
That's right. And I think it's still a good effort here for a total team effort here for USC. It was not just Doy Dungo carrying the load here.
Yeah, we've got Racine Kane, who's got more than his fair share of points. JB Lim is there. Now this is Lance Ronquillo. Misfired that time. The rebound, Loreto.
And let's not forget, of course, si Loreto, yung defensive
Hindi inasahan
presence
yun.
niya. The number of blocks we're trying to check here.
Tsaka yung mga puntos din niya, partner. And a foul called there as Andre Dungo tried to shoot a triple.
Well, unofficially, nung ating third quarter pa lang ang block shots ni Loreto, already 7 blocks eh. So I wouldn't be surprised if he hit double digits already.
Ilan ba ang puntos ni Loreto dito ngayon?
So really, ano yan eh, I mean, everyone plays a role, and with guys like Dungo, you have Lim, you have Kane taking care of scoring cudgels. So you try to contribute in another way. So itong si Loreto doing that defensively.
Yeah. The composition of this team from España, as we are, covering them in this tournament, it seems to be really formidable come the UAAP season.
Well, the scariest part about the USC Tiger Cubs is that they
Shrap.
still don't have that chemistry. Dahil pretty much it's a newly formed team. Itong si Coach Manu nga has joined them a few months ago lang. So even if he is bringing in a lot of recruits, bago sila lahat eh. So there's still a lot of gelling to be done here. Actually, it's a story of two basketball programs here. As we see JB Lim, I think he's already up to 20 points here. But it's a story of two basketball programs. Itong UST, even if they have a new coach, he is already starting to build the basketball program. While itong San Beda, yun nga, this is going to be incoming second year ni Coach Miko Roldan. But unfortunately, during the off-season, they have been badly decimated by graduation. They lost
transfers.
Si Hubilla, si Chris Hubilla, who already used up his eligibility and is slated to move to the UP Fighting Maroons. They also lost some players here to the USC Tiger Cup. So, parang different spectrums of rebuilding, while itong UST already starting to build itong San Beda, still looking for the foundation on which to build on. As we see Doy Dungo continuing to score here. That lead is now up to 33 points. So we have a timeout here. We will be right back.
And for our last Ballout shoutout for today, I have here with me Naija, isang member ng UST Tiger Cubs 17 under category. Naija, hindi na tatanungin kung anong team ang sinusuportahan mo. Any message for your kuyas for their performance today?
I love you guys. Champion na natin to.
Alright, any message naman for the UST community na grabe ang suporta sa iyong team?
Watch our game sometimes, please.
Alright, maraming salamat. At nalalapit na ang pagtatapos ng laro na ito. Huwag na nating patagalin pa. Back to the panel.
Huwag kayong mag-alala. At maraming nanonood sa atin sa Ballout Sports Inter-Secondary Champions Challenge. As Ballout already has started its program in exposing or creating awareness para sa mga manlalaro na mga kabataan dito sa ating bansa. Lim again. Creating that space, traveled that time. That's a call of our officials.
Well, actually, it was a choice ng officials to either call it a charge or a traveling violation that time.
82-49, a minute 57. With this big of a lead, the coaching staff of UST is still very much engaged, nakatayo, giving instructions to their players. So you can just see the kind of discipline that they have established here. Buenaflor. Matagal-tagal na inupo si Buenaflor, partner.
Well, that's right. Ito nga si Buenaflor, one of the mainstays of the USC Tiger Cubs, even before the entry of Coach Manu Inigo, and he will be very instrumental in this transition of having the new players coming in. You still need someone who will try to merge the two cultures. Dahil, of course, different systems, different programs, tapos a lot of new teammates. So it's really up to the holdovers of the Tiger Cubs to try and implement and instill the Tomasian way of playing basketball.
Romarate spinning, attacking the defense of Loreto. There's a foul there. And this is going to be called against Koji Buenaflor. No, they changed it. It's now Lance Ronquillo charged with a foul. Romarate hit the first free throw. And Lance Ronquillo, being that active partner that he is, was charged with his 5th foul of the game.
Well, I think this is a tribute to his former teammates who are not around, who have graduated, moved up. Kaya itong si Lance Ronquillo, nag-graduate din sa laro natin.
Ayun. Parang no? In reference to the moving up. Hindi, tsaka okay lang naman nag-graduate eh. Basta may silbi yung mga ginawa.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Couple of changes para dito sa UST. Bandi, mga new faces na ito, partner.
Yeah, but despite this impending rout, this lopsided loss for the San Beda Red Caps, I think there's still, some honorable mentions here. Of course, si MJ Bailoses, one of those guys who carried the fight in the first half together with Francis Doliente and of course Raj Soriano, showing glimpses of what the future may bring for this San Beda Red Cubs. Add to that, of course, si Carcañete, itong si Romarate. But still, this has been, especially in the second half, it was just a different USC Tiger Cubs team who just switched it on, and really in the second half, there was no chance for the San Beda Red Cubs to try and pull off a victory here.
Ayun na nga. At nasa 38 seconds remaining na lamang tayo ng laro na ito in this impending UST win. A good fake. Puts it up. Wala pa rin. Romarate still nothing. And now UST Pangilinan. Partner, ang daming players out of this UST team ang talagang nagpakita dito sa laro na ito. Some of them are not even in statistical categories. Like that of Lance Ronquillo, talagang wala sa stats yung pinakita niya. No? Pero those who are in the stats line, sino partner yung mga talagang nagpakita, inasahan, at they counted on these guys?
Well, definitely, we expected Andre Dungo, we expected Racine Kane to be producing in this ball game, and hindi tayo nagkamali, hindi nila tayo pinahiya. They delivered like they did in this ball game, and I think the surprise here was really John Benedict Lim, who, if I'm not mistaken, scored in more than 20 points. So really, this is a complete team, and the hard part about it is you do not know who specifically to stop.
And indeed, the showing of Andre, which is normal para sa UST in the early going of this game. Tapos nandyan pa yung mga ipinakita ng kanyang kakampi. Specifically, that of John Benedict Lim, who exploded in this game. And yung performance niya was sustained until the very end.
Well, that's right. And even up to the final, the final few minutes, he was still continuing to score, as we see here, showing a lot of love to Kirk Cañete, who they missed in the last season due to that injury. Just very happy for both teams. I mean, despite the loss for the San Beda Red Cubs, still showing a lot of camaraderie with their former teammates.
Yan na nga. And meanwhile, kasama na ng ating courtside reporter ang best player of this game, Flo. Take it over.
Tiger Cubs matapos sa kanilang pagkapanalo against San Beda University Red Cubs. Nasa aking tabi nga ang best player of the game, John Benedict Lim, with an outstanding 20 points for today. John Benedict, congratulations. Isang katanungan lang sa'yo, mula sa unang laro hanggang sa pangatlong araw na panalo kayo ngayon, anong improvements ang nakita mo sa team ng Tiger Cubs?
Yung depensa lang po namin. Mas lalo kaming ginagawa pagka lahat dumidepensa. Yun lang po.
I agree. And for my next question, kanina lumaban ang San Beda, especially in the first half. Anong challenge ang binigay sa'yo ng kabilang team at paano mo ito nalagpasan kanina?
Lang po. Nawala lang po yung depensa namin nung first half. Pero nung second half, doon na po umano lahat. Gumana na po lahat yung depensa namin.
All right, and because of your stellar performance, this is your chance to greet your family and friends from back home.
Binabati ko nga pala yung mama at papa ko nandun. Pati yung tropa ko. Ayun lang po.
Maraming salamat, John Benedict Lim. And that concludes our last game for the day. We thank our supporters, our sponsors, and of course, our hardworking panel for staying with us today. Noy and Nori, your final comments.
Maraming salamat, Flo, and congratulations, JB Lim, for winning the best player of the game, as well as the Tiger Cubs for winning this game against San Beda. Noy, indeed, an exemplary, stellar performance by JB Lim and the rest of the UST squad. And games tomorrow, it's gonna be 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. para sa ating semifinals. Please follow the Facebook page of Ballout Sports for more details. So, wala pa po kaming hawak na detalye ngayon, but nevertheless, the announcements will be made in the next few minutes. This has been Nori Uy, together with Noy Africa as well as Flo Del Agua, who brought you the action for this game. Until tomorrow, be safe and God bless.